Hi, you don't know me, I'm Stranger Dave. This is my homemade caterpillar container. It's made from a storage bin. I built a frame that I put in the bottom to keep the leaves up off the bottom and so the droppings will go through. These are some floral water tubes or picks, and the lid has had a hole cut in it and some screening has been hot glued to the lid and sealed up with duct tape on the outside. It looks a little crude, but it works.
Okay, I cut several twigs of a red oak, I believe it is, at a diagonal cut and stuck them into the floral water tubes or picks that I had filled with water, and so now my container has quite a lot of leaves in it. And I'm going to go get my little caterpillars. Now these little used to be lunch meat containers have day-old or 2-day-old Polyphemus caterpillars, and you can see they're doing a lot of pooping. So I have to get them out of these small containers, and they're on an oak leaf, and I'm going to get them in to the big container. So there is one little guy somewhere. I don't know where he is, but we'll see more. I was initially a little concerned because I was afraid that perhaps I had started them out on pin oak leaves, and like I said before, these are the red oak, but this little guy seems to be eating, so I think we're going to be okay.
I don't believe that I mentioned that the Polyphemus caterpillar's first meal is its eggshell. You can see some eggs that hatched. 3 of them did not hatch. Most of them did, and they are on brown grocery bag, a piece of grocery bag. If you didn't see my previous video, I put the mated female in a grocery bag. I close her up and she glues eggs all over inside the bag. And then I cut it up into these pieces. You cannot take the eggs off, they're glued on, you would break them. So I take the pieces of paper and I put them in my containers to hatch.
Here's one of the guys, or gals, on a lid of a container, just so you could get a good look at it. And like I said, they're 2 days old. And I can't stress enough just how fragile they are at this age. Let me try to get my finger in there. Or better yet, hang on, I'm going to get a coin. I'll be right back. Okay. For size comparison, here is a US penny. And you can see he's just a little fella. Not much bigger than 1/4 of an inch long, probably. And they will get a whole lot bigger, you will see. Okay, so I took some of the pieces, well, actually all of the pieces of bag that had eggs on them out. And I counted the ones that had not hatched. And I put some of them in here. Those all hatched. But the ones that had eggs that did not hatch, I left them out here. I counted it up, subtracted it from the original number of 108, and we were left with 89, which was a little less than I thought, but believe me, 89 will be more than enough. I'm going to have to give a lot of them away. So they're all in here. I hope they're all in here. They're so tiny at this point, it's really hard not to lose one once in a while. When you're getting them out of the containers, sometimes you'll leave ones with a piece of paper towel. I usually will hold the piece of paper towel up to the light, and that's a good way of seeing if there's any still on there. You'll be able to see their shadow. So anyway, I don't know if you'd actually call that a shadow, but you can see their body is dark where they're on there if they're in the paper towel. So I usually fold the paper towel up a couple times when I put it in those containers that I hatch the eggs out in. But I don't let them stay in there for more than a couple days because they make so much waste. And I can't put air holes in the lids because they will squeeze through there, the tiniest holes. So I take the lids off quite a bit and let them have air. But like I say, they're only in there for a couple days as caterpillars. In there for 10 days as eggs. So these guys are moving around quite a bit, and they will crawl off onto the new leaves. You can see the old leaves have quite a few droppings on them. They make a lot of poop. And when they're full-sized, 4-inch long Polyphemus caterpillars, the single dropping is about the size of a pea, a sweet pea. So they're pretty big. And you get a lot of those in this container, and that's quite a bit of waste on a daily basis. Good thing about it is it's good fertilizer. You can put it around your plants. At least that's what I do. I hope it's good fertilizer and not too much nitrogen, but I think our plants have done pretty well, just kind of sprinkling those caterpillar droppings around. So here are the little guys. And I think that's going to be it for this video.